Hey everyone! Welcome back to Shogun's Base. Today, we're diving into the wild and unpredictable world of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure to explore one of the most unique and powerful stands in the series, Tusk. Tusk is a stand that embodies the bizarre and intricate nature of the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure universe. Introduced in Part 7, Steel Ball Run, Tusk is the stand of Johnny Joestar and is known for its evolution through 4 distinct acts, each bringing new and increasingly powerful abilities to the table. Whether you're a seasoned JoJo fan or just starting to explore the series, we're here to break down everything you need to know about Tusk and its incredible powers. Similar to Part 4's Echoes, Tusk takes various forms, or Act S. Just like Echoes, Tusk is able to switch between its various ACTs once they are unlocked. Like other stands such as Dragon's Dream or Cinderella, Tusk's abilities are intimately linked with a supernatural phenomenon inherent to the world of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, namely the spin. Tusk Act 1. Despite having a corporeal form, Tusk's power functions as a supernatural ability that Johnny must use personally to fight like a gunman. Tusk Act 1 is overall quite weak and isn't sufficient to challenge most stand users. Spinning Nails. Tusk ACT-1 grants Johnny the ability to imbue his nails with the spin. Johnny is able to make his fingernails, and later toenails, spin themselves at a high velocity and shoot them like bullets up to 10 meters. The nails have immense cutting power, capable of slicing through rock, cutting limbs clean off, or carving a tree into a humanoid shape in a matter of seconds. However, they do not possess the power to cut through metal. Once Johnny shoots a fingernail, they take a short time to grow back. Occasionally, Johnny lets the nails stay on his fingers. When he puts the nails against the ground, their rotating movement can rapidly carry Johnny away from his current position. He can also use his nails as short-range cutting weapons. The spinning nails emit a faint buzzing sound, similar to that of a wasp, according to Oyakamova. Tusk ACT-2. With an enhanced destructive power and new properties to its nail bullets, Tusk ACT-2 is a direct upgrade to ACT-1. It allows Johnny to fare better in combat, but limits the number of nails at his disposition. Golden Rectangle Nails. Once Johnny learns to imbue his fingernails with the spin, in accordance with the Golden Rectangle, it greatly enhances the basic properties of his shots. When Johnny activates Tusk, the fingernails now rotate around his fingers like axes. Thus, when he shoots the fingernails, they possess a drilling property, which dramatically increases the power of the shots. For instance, one shot is able to blast away a large zone on impact. On the downside, the nails regrow considerably slower, and as such, Johnny must save his nails or he will find himself out of ammunition. In addition to the damage boost, the nail shots gain a new property. After they land, they disappear and leave a bullet hole. These holes created through the rotation can automatically chase after any target designated by Johnny, leaving a dark trail behind them. When they manage to touch their target, the holes act as though the target was hit by a bullet in the location they touched. The holes shrink and disappear after a while. When Johnny shoots a fingernail with axial rotation, the fingernail takes several minutes to grow back. However, Johnny discovers that by munching herbs or drinking tea, among others mint and chamomile, he can accelerate the growing process. Like with Tusk ACT-1, Johnny can keep the nails spinning around his fingers without actually firing them. He is mostly seen using this for mundane tasks like brushing his teeth, grating cheese, and wrapping spaghetti around his fingers. Because of their nature, Funny Valentine cannot use Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap to send the holes into a parallel dimension. It is explained that the holes are by definition void, and there isn't anything to send away. Tusk ACT-3. Although functionally identical to Tusk ACT-2, Tusk ACT-3 involves Johnny directly exploiting the holes to reposition himself during a battle and increase his options. Tusk ACT-3 still possesses all the abilities and limitations of ACT-2. Initially as stated by Johnny and Hot Pants, Johnny can only retain Tusk when he carries a corpse part. However, he can still use the Tusk ACTS even after the corpse is fully reassembled. This is because Johnny had evolved Tusk enough so that he could use it independently of the corpse parts. Spatial Wormhole. By shooting himself with a spin-imbued fingernail with axial rotation, Johnny is able to suck his body into the hole it creates. The hole created by the nail shot, specifically the infinitely small rotating point at the end of the hole, becomes a special space which, due to the infinite proportion of Johnny's spin, is also infinite and becomes a wormhole through space. A tailpiece theorizes the space as a boundary between dimensions. Johnny alone can enter that location, and anything other than him will be cut. This ability is limited by how long the holes can persist in the world. By moving the hole while his body is inside, Johnny is able to quickly reposition himself or key parts of himself, such as his shooting hands, and attack from unexpected angles. Because the hole functions as a wormhole, anything sent into it will exit through the other end. Although it will be severed, this includes enemy attacks. The principle behind Tusk ACT-4 derives from the use of the golden spin, which requires Johnny to make his horse run in its natural state. By doing so, the horse produces rotational energy in the form of the golden rectangle W, and by combining it with Tusk, Johnny is able to release infinite rotational energy. He can, however, shortcut the process as a last-ditch effort, using a steel ball to temporarily galvanize his horse's movement. Tusk ACT-4 is thus one of the most powerful stands in the series due to the infinite energy behind it, but is incredibly difficult to deploy as a trade-off. Otherwise, Tusk ACT-4 displays the physical abilities of a close-range stand and is able to pummel dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Infinite rotation. Tusk ACT-4 embodies the infinite energy and rotation of the golden spin and is able to deploy it in various ways. Following the principle of the golden spin, the energy wielded and embodied by Tusk ACT-4 is infinite, allowing a wide array of otherwise impossible feats. One of the first abilities displayed by Tusk ACT-4 is to be able to break through the dimensional barrier of Love Train and enter the space in which Valentine hides. Moreover, Tusk ACT-4 defies the laws of gravity and therefore can move slightly and probably still influence Diego during the stop time. The damage caused by the rotation is stated to be probably infinite as well. Like with ACT-2 and ACT-3, the energy of the spin can persist inside objects even if Johnny misses a nail shot and can be redirected toward a target. If ACT-4 touches someone, it imbues the target with an infinite spinning motion. Not only does part of the body separate to spin, everything down to individual cells spin on themselves, greatly distorting the shape of the victim. Eventually, the targets are disintegrated by the rotation and, according to Diego, sent to another dimension. According to Johnny, not even a soul will be left behind. The spin goes on forever and never leaves the person or their stand, forcing them to return to the place where they were hit or its equivalent in each parallel dimension. Thus, Funny Valentine was not able to escape it despite switching dimensions and or bodies, always returning to the underground location in which he was hit. If someone uses a tool, like a carriage, to get away from the location, the spin will imbue itself into the tool and destroy it, forcing the target back into their location. The rotation won't end unless Johnny shoots the target with a similar rotation that is spinning in the opposite direction, resulting in the two of them canceling each other out. Tusk ACT-4 can also apply the spin's energy in a more similar fashion to its previous forms and directly open a large space where there was none, as was shown in Johnny's battle with Diego Brando, during which the stand physically tears open a hole through the ground and enters the sewers with his horse. The spin is also transferable between objects, as the Diego Brando from another universe cut his leg off and threw it to Johnny, transferring the infinite rotation to him. Another example is when Funny Valentine went into a passing car trying to escape from Tusk. The infinite rotation destroyed the car near instantaneously and returned to Valentine. Yero deems this ability a new level of mastery over the spin that even the Zeppeli family hasn't accessed with their steel balls. Thanks for watching.